Somebody tag Charleston White and tell that stop playing before he lose that other eye he got. You like content Atlanta, them script clubs ain't safe, buddy. I just playing. This is content. I don't want to do no harm to that fool. Charleston White seen me in the studio. I had my head down, hitting around and ran. This on.
Welcome to Rich House Reviews. This is not a podcast. This is just my commentary. Make sure you subscribe if you like the vibe here. We're here to talk about Charleston White, man. You know Charleston White always got an enemy, and this time his enemy is Woody. Now, a couple of y'all will probably be like, how could Charleston White be beefing with Woody if they was best friends a couple of months ago? I mean, they were doing 20v1s, different things along the lines, but I think it's safe to say that Charleston White is only loyal to Charleston White. Now, I want to say a week ago, Woody decided to comment on the fight that Charleston White had with the Island Boys. You know, Charleston White just won a fight. He beat one of the Island Boys. He feeling himself. And Woody decides to rain on this parade and lead this statement right here.
You knew you were going to win. Man, you're a too, nigga. You was out there fighting just like an old hoe. Man, somebody tag Charleston White, tell his ass, go fight somebody else. Go fight somebody his age. Somebody he been talking all this shit about. Somebody child who you don't disrespect. Go fight somebody else, man. That lippy ass little boy. Man, and you couldn't even damn breathe all that fake ass working out you be doing. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tag Charleston White and tell that old lad if the wind blow too hard, he'll fall and break a bone. He be talking all that shit about little boots. Tag Charleston White and tell him fight a old man. Hey, I bet the old man knock his old one-eye ass out.
Get all the way into this story. Make sure y'all drop y'all location in the comments so I can connect with y'all. Now, Woody, I don't think he realized what he was doing, but I think he do realize. I think they both are trolls. They're both known for trolling, but I think Charleston White trolling is a little bit different. Another thing about Charleston White is he does not stop. So once you end up on this Charleston White list, it's a point of no return. Now, Charleston White decided to address a little bit of the Diddy case. I mean, he agreed like me. Diddy wasn't gonna go. He had this to say.
Diddy, I told y'all we gonna beat them charges, but I'm on Woody ass. I'm not worried about nobody but gangster, killer, snitch, Woody still playing like he a killer and he a gangster.
On top of that, what I find interesting is that he keeps saying that he feels they're gonna come back for him. They're gonna come back for the whole YSL situation. I mean, in reality, you know, people are on probation, people walked away, and probation does not mean that you are free to do whatever you want. Probation means that you still have to check in with somebody from the court.
Say, Woody Woodpecker, boy, my daughter's so smart. Your daughter, and she handicapped, disabled. She can't do jumping jacks. Woody, we heard the tapes. When you was in jail, and you was needing to get out of jail, and you didn't have no money to get out of jail, who you called? You didn't call the Ghostbusters? You called Detective such and such.
Charleston White is more so saying that they're not done with these guys, and they're gonna go back in on these guys, and they want to bring them back up. He also, which is weird, Charleston White called Woody a rat. I mean, we all know Woody had to, you know, concoct a couple of stories while he was on the stand during the YSL travel. Charleston White made sure that he put that out there. Now, the dangerous part about Charleston White is he's kind of always right when he, you know, guessed on how these things are going to go.
Listen, all y'all on probation, Woody. All y'all on probation with jail still hanging over your head. You think I'm bullshitting. From what I hear, they fit a double back. It's the honest to God truth, Woody. From what I hear, based on all the interviews you've been doing, they fit a double back on you. You've been talking too much. And they still mad at you for reneging on the stand. Reneging. Because you did tell. You gave them all the information. You gave them all the times, the dates, the coordinates on the maps where y'all did the shootings. Names, license plates, rental car information.
Now, I would never want to be on the wrath of Charleston White's on the end of this, because if you are, make sure you are a grade A civilian. If you're going to beef with Charleston White, make sure you are not doing nothing illegal, because that is his angle. His angle, first off, is he will allow the courts to get you. So, you know, like Woody, you are, I think, on probation. I advise you don't cross that line with Charleston White if you honor your freedom.
They gathered and composed all that information, and they had the largest state conspiracy charge ever in hip-hop, thanks to you, Kenneth Copeland, a.k.a. YSL Tell Lil Woody. Biggest trial in the history of America, because of you, Woody. Now, you got on stand, and you reneged. Lied and said you didn't recall. You recalled every time you got your ass whooped, and you had to retaliate. You recall that? I didn't get whooped that bad. So, boy, I heard they finna double back. I heard they mad. And they finna double back on you boys. They done lost the Diddy trial. They ain't finna keep losing this shit, boy. They need to put some criminals. They need to put some black motherfuckers in jail. Starting with some of y'all. Niggas that done shot up the neighborhood. Now, you gotta remember, Woody, you ain't been saved long. God ain't got that much mercy for your ass.
Now, some people will play, oh, forget Charleston White, he ain't nobody. Man, this man's record is flawless. This man's record is flawless. You know, it's the only guy I know that can rat on you, pepper spray on you, and tell your probation officer in the same sentence. No remorse. And do an interview like it's no problem. And then go stream on one of the top streamers streams, Aiden Ross. So this guy is heavily connected, and a lot of people want to hear what Charleston White got to say. Now, Charleston White, one thing that Woody did that I don't think he should have did was he made a threat. He tried to hide the threat, and he tried to act like it really wasn't a...
I just playing. This is content. I don't want to do no harm to that fool. Charles White seen me in the studio. I had my head down, hitting around and ran. This on
threat, but I think the people like us in the comments knew exactly what that was. Once again, you gotta watch what you're gonna do when a person's gonna take everything you say and use it against you.
Just got saved last year when you first got out the trial. Remember? I was at church when you got saved. At that po motherfucking church your aunties and your uncles and them go to. Everybody po. The preacher po, your auntie po. You come through with some money. Now you ain't having that money no more. I bet that church can barely pay rent now. Because them people ain't paying tithes over there. I went to church with your family. All y'all po with it. All y'all motherfuckers. Dirtball po and jet black ugly. You ain't it too, nigga. Say, listen. Say, ugly is in the genes of the Copeland family. That's all I'm gonna say. Say, listen. In them cousins hunching. Them man-ass cousins you got in them pews, half-ass with their hair comb, clothes wrinkled, half-ass dirty. Them hunching cousins.
So I hope that Woody's really thinking about this and, threatening him not to go to the strip club. I don't think that's in your best interest. Letting the man feel like he can't go to a certain part of Atlanta, I don't think that's in your best interest.
I hear they coming back for you. Now you getting online. Woody said, Woody, you selling it online. We don't believe you a shoot a gun no more. We don't believe it. You talking like you still YSL Woody. You are no longer YSL Woody. You are YSL Tell Woody. Nigga, you know you don't want to go to jail, Woody. Because I'm going to either kill you or put you in jail. I get to come to Atlanta. And I keep 2-3 niggas with me that work for the police department that legally carry guns as security.
Another thing, I feel like do that with people your age, man. Beef with people your age. You shouldn't be beefing with no old ass man that's way older than you. I mean, Charleston White is like 42, 43. But to me, it's like, come on. Now, most of these videos, I give my commentary, my opinion, my approach, and I would love to know y'all approach in the comments as well. Let me know what y'all feel about this. You feel that Charleston White is wrong and just antagonizing Woody, or you think he brought it on to himself? All right, that's the questions that I got, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here.